What's happening, guys? Hi y'all, another beer bottle talk. I was beginning a beer review video, but I started talking about a growler and it kind of became a thing, but then I immediately cut myself off and I was like, oh, this should be a beer bottle talk and not in the same video as a beer review. So I will be talking about, well, first I'll be talking about growlers, but first I want to talk about the beer I'm sipping on here. I drank quite a bit of it from the video, but there is still some left in there, good 4 ounces or whatnot. This is AleSmith Speedway Stout, Speedway Coffee Imperial Stout, to be specific. 12-ish%, I forgot what it was, didn't look it up, got a growler of it, so I can't really look up the ABV on the can or bottle because I don't have one, but just did a review for that, so be on the lookout for that. Hopefully I remember to upload this at the same exact time or around the same time. Anyways, let me take a sip. It's something I always forget to do doing these videos, and I kind of mentioned this in the beer review video, but check out that cool ass coaster, man. Method Man, Johnny Blaze. Definitely one of the coolest coasters I got. Really quick, I just want to talk about this growler I just got. Insulated Yeti Growler. Very cool, stainless steel. 3-finger design on the lid, so you can hold it with 3 fingers. Very secure. The cap is awesome. Holds carbonation perfectly. I got this recently just because, you know, it was a good deal, and I just, you know, I don't have one other insulated growler and one glass one, so I decided to pick this up, man. And my other insulated growler is very similar to Hydro Flask. It's not Hydro Flask. I forgot. Excuse me. What brand it is, but it works really well. You know, holds things cold for 24 plus hours and hot for X amount of hours or whatever. It works really well. Problem with that is it is hard as shit to pour out of it without spilling. Like, it is extremely difficult. I don't think, actually there's a couple times where I poured it and it actually didn't spill, but you gotta pour quick as shit. Like, you gotta be committed to pouring. You can't be, you know, tipping your glass just so you don't get a lot of head. You know, you just gotta pour, man. And that's the same case with this growler. Like, the mouth of this is way, I'm not gonna take it off because there's beer in here, and it'll go everywhere because the lid is like drenched or soaked with beer. Anyways, same with this. The mouth is so wide and it is so hard to, especially when there's a shit ton of beer in here. You know, when you got almost full growler, it is hard to hold. I'm holding it one-handed now, and there's probably like beer up to right there. It is still decently heavy, but it's manageable now. Earlier I could not hold it with one hand, and it was like slippery. It came out of the fridge. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it was slippery, hard to hold. So I actually spilled a little bit of beer pouring that glass, and I didn't pour it on camera because I knew it was going to spill. So I had to pour it over the sink, and I did definitely spill a little bit of beer. But the first time when I opened this growler, I appreciate the person filling my growler, filling it literally all the way to the top, man, as far up as she possibly could. Because when she put the cap over it, a ton of beer like gushed out because the cap goes inside the bottle, right? And there's this gasket in there, but a ton of beer spilled out. I totally appreciate her trying to get as much beer in here as possible, but removing the lid was a pain in the ass. Actually, physically removing the lid was not, but after removing it, like not even like halfway through unscrewing it, a ton of beer, because it's carbonated, right? A ton of beer like gushed out, and it just made like a huge mess, man, huge mess. And it was just not fun. And you know, when you have beer all the way to the top right here and you're trying to pour it in a glass, that doesn't go too well either. So I wasted a bunch of beer. Beer went everywhere. It was a mess that I hated to clean up because it was sticky, and it was bad, man. So I mean, although this growler is cool, it's nice, whatever, I just need to get a growler that's like made for beer. Like, I'm sure this is like an overall, this could be in any type of liquid growler or whatever the Rambler? I don't know what the hell Yeti calls it. I'm sure you can fill it with anything you want. You can get a beer growler and fill it with juice or water or whatever, right? Any liquid that you prefer, but I just need to get one with like a smaller mouth or a smaller opening, and perhaps like a handle or something, so it's like easier to pour. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this works. It holds it cold like forever, like longer than anyone would ever need to hold cold beer for, I think. Usually beer gets drunk and like finished off in like what, an hour, 2 at most in a growler. It's only 64 ounces. I mean, unless you're drinking it by yourself, but you know, 2 hours you probably still finish it if you're out and about. But you know, it's just very cool. You know, that's embossed right there, Yeti. And then you got Yeti right there. Like stamped, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Cool growler, just kind of a pain in the ass to pour beers out of and, you know, open or whatever. But other than that, man, I've only had it for a few days, so it's been holding up. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Just not even an update. Just wanted to show off my new growler, I guess, and talk about the pain that I am having with these larger mouth opening growlers, man. It's very boring, very boring. Beer bottle talk, but that was necessary because I was doing a beer video and it was kind of cutting into that. So anyways, that was my weird video on growlers and whatnot. So if you guys liked the video, give a thumbs up. Probably not. Comments below, subscribe for more videos, and as always, man, dream big dreams and believe all things are possible. Thank you for watching. Cheers.